Ladies and gentlemen, good morning, afternoon, evening. Welcome to my powerful speech. Let's start this speech. You know, it's funny how we all come into this world like blank slates, no script, no instructions, just wide-eyed and screaming. And from that moment forward, the world tries to tell us who we are, tries to hand us a script. And most of us, we just read the damn thing. We memorize it, we perform it, we wear it like a uniform. But here's what I want to tell you. You don't have to follow the script. You can write your own. Let me take you back. I grew up in Canada. My family didn't have much. My father, Percy, was a musician who became an accountant because he believed that was the safe route. He gave up his dream to support us. And when he lost his job, we hit rock bottom. We lived out of a van. I was 15, working as a janitor. I was scrubbing toilets, not knowing if we'd eat that night. But that's where I learned one of the greatest truths I know. You can fail at what you don't love, so you might as well take a chance on doing what you do love. That's the moment it hit me. Life isn't about surviving. It's about living. Cut to footage of Jim on stage doing stand-up, intercut with him writing jokes in a notebook as a teenager. I started telling jokes, not because I thought it would make me rich or famous. I did it because I needed it. It was how I breathed. I needed to laugh. I needed to make others laugh. That was the spark. And once I found that spark, I knew, this is it. We all have that spark. Maybe for you it's art or science or music or building things or helping people. Maybe it's teaching, maybe it's baking bread or designing rockets or fixing broken hearts. Whatever it is, it's already inside you. You don't need permission to light that spark. You don't need someone to approve your blueprint. You just have to say yes. Cue instrumental swell, fade to montage of nature, city life, people chasing dreams. The world will throw noise at you, distractions, comparisons, fear. You're too old. You're too young. You're too different. You're not good enough. Shut it out. Let me tell you a secret. Every person you admire, every icon, every legend, they all started as nobodies. They all started scared. They all wondered, will this work? The difference? They jumped anyway. I remember driving to Mulholland Drive in Los Angeles, broke, tired, unknown, and I wrote myself a check for $10 million, dated it for 5 years in the future, for acting services rendered. I kept that check in my wallet. It wasn't about the money. It was about believing. It was about creating a reality in my mind so clear, so powerful, that the world couldn't help but catch up. Cut to Jim standing on a cliff edge, wind blowing, deep voiceover. Here's what I've learned. Reality is malleable. It bends to the force of belief. When you decide who you are, and you refuse to let anyone convince you otherwise, the universe moves. It shifts. It opens doors you didn't know were there. And even if it doesn't happen right away, even if you get knocked down, even if you fail, that's not the end. That's the middle. Failure is fertilizer for greatness. Let it grow you. Let it mold you. Let it burn away what's not true so you can discover what is. Scene shift. Jim walking through a field at sunrise. We all wear masks. I've worn many. The funny guy, the dramatic actor, the goofball, the thinker, the spiritual seeker. And you know what I've found behind every mask? Still me. Who are you without the mask? Take it off. Risk being seen in all your glory. Risk being misunderstood. Risk being too much, too real, too raw. Because here's the truth. You were never meant to fit in. You were born to stand out. Montage, clips from The Truman Show, Eternal Sunshine, the mask, then a slow zoom on Jim looking into the camera. This life, it's a movie, and you're not the extra. You're not the sidekick. You're the lead. You're the star. You're the writer, the director, the producer. You get to decide what the story is. So what's your story? Is it a tragedy, a drama, a comedy, an adventure? Is it about playing it safe or about risking it all to live your truth? I hope it's the kind of story where, at the end, you can look back and say, I did it. I showed up. I was real. I didn't hold back. Jim turns to face the camera. Background fades to black. I know what it feels like to be afraid. I know what it feels like to not know if you're enough. But let me be your mirror right now. You are enough. You always were. Not because you did something or proved something, but because you exist. That's the miracle. That's the power. You're not a drop in the ocean. You're the whole ocean in a drop. Slow fade to inspirational music. Jim begins walking toward a glowing doorway. Every day you wake up is a gift. Every breath is a chance. Don't wait for permission. Don't wait for a sign. This is the sign. Start now. Dream big. Love fully. Laugh loudly. Cry deeply. Forgive quickly. Speak truth. Take the leap. Write the scene. Break the rules. Paint with wild colors. Dance like everyone's watching and you don't care. You get one ride on this roller coaster. Don't let fear keep you from the front seat. You were born to fly, not crawl. You were born to blaze, not flicker. You were born to shine. Closing music swells. Words fade onto the screen. The eyes are useless when the mind is blind. Open your mind, free your soul. Be the light, Jim Carrey. Jim softly. You're not here to be average. You're here to be legendary.